Hello there, Uranus here, and in this video we're going to be looking at the real cost of playing it safe. A lot of people love to be able to play life safe. They are risk adverse people, But before then, you all do know that I help business owners to be able to generate leads, sales, and sign-ups for actually conducting their businesses online, and I equip them. I achieve this by equipping them with right skills, mindset, and tools to win. So, my question to you: have you ever thought about living life differently? A lot of people, we all do know, like to be able to go with the masses in taking decisions at life. So, my question to you: have you ever thought about living life differently? And if you have, then what is holding you back? For many people, there's always this voice telling them that they are not ready, or they will do it later. They love to be able to procrastinate, and there's this voice that's telling them that what if it doesn't actually work out? So what's actually playing out here is that truly they are choosing, a life of comfort over, the life that they truly want, and that is they are playing it safe. They want to be able to avoid the risk. They are doing this because they want to avoid the risk, the criticism people, what people will say, and of course failure. What if they fail? But these people, but these people fail to take into cognizance the real cost of, remaining where they are. Because you may just wake up many years from now, and almost you realize that you never really gave yourself a chance. Come to think about it. You never really gave yourself a chance. That you were meant to start a business, but you never did. Um, you were opportuned to pursue after an opportunity, a dream, but you never also did that. You were meant to learn a skill. Either you learnt it or you never really applied that skill. So basically, you never really give yourself a chance. There is this saying that the real cost is not in you not giving yourself a chance, you not seizing that opportunity when the opportunity actually comes. The real risk lies in you staying exactly where you are, even though you know that you need to, you need to leave where you are. The time is it's apt for you to be able to try something new, but you remain where you are because of the fear of what might happen if you move. It's more or less like there's a semblance of that story in the Bible. The lepers, the land was had famine, and they needed to take a decision either to stay where they were, which of course they were going to perish, starve to death, or they decide to move, even though they never knew what awaited them. And you know that story very well. I don't want to go into the details. But what I'm saying here is that I'm not saying you should be reckless with your life. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you need to be able to take calculated risk. And if that means you deny yourself a little bit, moving out of your comfort zone, so by all means do it, because nothing really happens in your comfort zone. I can remember, paying a visit in the past to my mentor's office, and boldly written was this quote that nothing really grows in your comfort zone. So you should ask yourself this question. There's a question for you to answer. What will you do differently if you knew absolutely that you in your attempt to try out something new, you were certainly not going to fail? What will you do differently if you knew that what you wanted to attempt in life you actually going to succeed in it? The answer to that is maybe the answer to that would give you, the decision to start stepping in the right direction towards the life that you truly deserve, the life that you truly want to live. So don't play life safe anymore. take a chance on yourself, bet on yourself, and definitely it would open up a whole new world for you, a world that you could only imagine in your dreams. All right, so basically this is my message for you today. My book is still there. The side hustle blueprint to escape the 9 to 5. If you want it, comment in the section below the word chance and I'll send it to you. So until I come away again, it's peace and love from me. Bye.